This is part 2 of nostalgic things I thought about during my workout. And today we went back to middle school. So a lot of you may remember the song White Tee by them Franchise Boys that came out in 2004 and was honestly one of the first recession indicators because what? But this was only the beginning. As if we were in the Wiz and Richard Pryor was calling out colors for the children to perform, there started to be remixes of other colored t-shirts. Do you remember this? There was the black tee remix with Gucci Mane, Bun B, was his little scrappy, little young Jeezy Killer Mike. Like, that was one. Then we got regional, okay? And there was the blue tee remix. This was more for the West Coast shit. We didn't do that in Detroit, but this was more for the West Coast kids. And there was a red tee remix. Yeah, there was a rebuttal to the blue tee. And you can find all this on YouTube. I'm not gonna play it. But the most ridiculous and insensitive one, Yup in My Pink Tee. And it's everything that you think it is. It's disrespectful. It's terrible. And I was like, was this a fever dream? Did this actually happen? Because around the time this was going on, I had a really bad spider bite and had a fever for like 2 days. So I said, you know what? Maybe this wasn't real. Oh my God, it was. It was real. But this was a time and should have been studied because kids went from wearing like Rockaware, Echo Red, Baby Fat, I'm dating myself, jerseys to being like, you know what? We're just gonna go to Walmart or, one of these other little stores and get a white tee, a Fruit of the Loom white tee. And then that was the outfit. And if you were really fly, you layered it. And one thing about middle school Make That Magic, she was gonna have that on. She was gonna have that on. And I don't care what nobody said. The Fruit of the Loom logo had the cornucopia in it. Because how would I know what a cornucopia was in the 3rd grade? I need to calm down. I'm an adult. But how would I know that? See y'all tomorrow.